stay silent. That's when becoming truly begins. The ones who announce their plans are rarely the ones who finish them. When no one is watching you, you're not failing. You're building yourself. Silence isn't weakness. It's preparation. A lion never explains the hunt. He arrives. And the jungle knows. Once upon a time, there was a young man who made a quiet decision. Not a decision the world could hear. Not something he announced on social media. Not something he explained to friends. He simply decided to stop talking. He realized something very few people ever understand. That the moment you stop telling the world what you are going to do is the moment you actually start becoming. Because the one who truly does something meaningful doesn't make noise. He doesn't argue. He doesn't explain himself. He doesn't seek validation. He makes history. Every day, people around him were busy talking about plans, talking about dreams, talking about what they will do one day. But when the talking never stopped, the progress never began. This young man chose a different path, a silent one. Early every morning, when the world was asleep, he woke up alone. No applause, no encouragement, just silence. And in that silence, he worked. At night, when no one saw his struggle, he fought with himself. His doubts, his fear, his urge to quit. No one was watching him. And that was his greatest strength. Because when no one is watching, you are doing the most powerful thing a human can do. You are creating yourself. People thought he was doing nothing. They assumed he had failed. Some even doubted his ability. But they didn't know that his silence was screaming. Not screaming for attention, but screaming with discipline. Only those who were fighting their own battles could hear that sound. He understood something powerful. Real growth happens in private. Real change happens when no one is clapping. He learned to speak not with words, but with results. Day after day, he kept moving forward even after defeat, even when progress was slow, even when the results were invisible. Because silence is a field where you break, a field where you suffer, a field where you are worn down, reshaped, and rebuilt. This was not about proving anything to the world. This was about winning against himself. And he remembered one truth that never fails. A lion never announces that he is going to hunt. He doesn't explain. He doesn't warn. He appears, and the entire jungle feels his presence. The real test of hard work is when the world doubts you, and you still keep going without stopping. No announcements, no show off, no noise, just work. And slowly, something began to change. Without him saying a word, his actions started speaking. Without promotion, his results started spreading. People began to notice, not because he demanded attention, but because excellence cannot stay hidden forever. One day, his name was mentioned in rooms he had never entered. His work was discussed by people he had never met. His story began traveling on its own. And yet, he remained silent, because a real player stays quiet, even after winning. So remember this: don't speak, don't stop, don't show off. Work hard in silence, because when the time is right, your silence will become your loudest voice. And one day, without announcing your arrival, the world will hear your name. If you understood this, you're one of us. Subscribe and keep building in silence.